Hello and welcome everyone to our first ever virtual Winter on the Beach. What can only be described as a year like no other, our event will share this same sentiment. Since the world as we know it has changed, so has our annual event. We feel lucky to be able to share this evening with all of you at home and appreciate you for tuning in. There are so many people to thank for making tonight possible. First, I'd like to acknowledge our presenting sponsor, Duke Energy. My co-chairs, Lauren Carruthers, Cindy Brasiak, Julie Brazier, Alicia Lannon, Kirsten Mahaz, and Olivia Prince. Thank you to CMA senior staff and board members for your leadership and to all of our sponsors, including those who donated auction items.
Thank you, Denise. As we come together tonight to celebrate CMA's accomplishments and look towards the future, we thank all of you who continue to support its core mission. Whether you're a visitor or a donor, it's because of you that CMA is able to preserve our environment while inspiring the human spirit through rescue, rehabilitation, and release of marine life. Now, we'd like to kick things off with our host, who has become a member of the CMA family. Please welcome Emmy Award-winning anchor of Good Morning Tampa Bay on ABC Action News, and also my friend, Mr. James Tully.
Lauren and Denise, thank you so much. My name is James Tully. I'm your host this evening. I'm the morning anchor at ABC Action News, and I know more than anybody, the last 11 months has been really difficult. So tonight's edition of the Winter on the Beach Gala is, of course, virtual, which means you can enjoy it from the comfort of your own homes. And it really means that anybody anywhere can watch us. So we're expanding our audience, and we're really happy about that. I'm inside the Stone Complex here. This is brand new. There's over 1 million gallons of water in here. Nick the Dolphin loves it. And I got to say, Nick, I love you, buddy. I'm a big sports fan like you are. He didn't pick the right team to win the Super Bowl. He just picked the favorite. And we get it. Look, I did the same thing. I know. I did the exact same thing. That's the first time I've admitted that on camera. I didn't pick the Bucs to win. It's okay. None of my teams I ever pick win. So we did a good thing. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We've got a live auction. We've got a virtual auction. We're done talking sports. We're about to talk about everything Clearwater Marine Aquarium. So I'm going to send it over to our auctioneer for the evening, who's going to help us get this thing rolling. Jason Alpert, over to you.
All right, James, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jason Alpert, and I will be co-emceeing this event with James. He's going to be down here with me in just a little while. I will also be your auctioneer for the program tonight. If you have not registered for our program tonight, in order to have the full immersive experience, all you have to do is text the letters WOTB, that's Winter on the Beach, to 72727. I'm going to say it one more time, WOTB, Winter on the Beach, WOTB, to 72727. If you text those 4 letters to that text code, you're going to get all the information you need to get fully immersed and also have a great chance to win some prizes. In fact, we're going to start with our first prize that we're going to give away, and all we did was pick a randomly registered bidder. If you're registered for our program, we randomly pick someone. This first person is going to win a $100 gift card to Rack Room Shoes. And do you have that list in front of you over there, Laura, to tell me the name of the first one?
The name of the person?
Yeah? Rebecca Luce is our winner. Let's bring that right. And how about that, right? I will tell you, oh, Nick's even here with us right now, right? You can see him just coming in. Hey, bud, you're excited that Rebecca won, right? Folks, he's going to be part of the program with me all night long as we come to you from the beautiful Clearwater Marine Aquarium, and you're going to learn all about the expansion, everything that they have done over the past year. Now, I will also tell you, you heard just a moment ago, our small but mighty studio audience. Let's hear them one more time. We get it? All right. So understand that that's about 8 people who have joined me here to help put on this program. And again, James Tully is going to be back with us in just a few moments. I want to make sure we get a little more housekeeping out of the way. Make sure that you know that all your donating, all your bidding, all your opportunities to win prizes is all going to be done through your bidding device. God, he's paying such good attention, isn't he? Like, he's ready to get on his device and bid and donate as well. A couple opportunities that you have. We do have a 50-50 drawing going on. So once you're registered, if you click on the Insta-Buy button, if you click on Insta-Buy, you're going to see one of the options there is the 50-50 drawing. So we'll pick that at the end of the program tonight. We also have an amazing Bay Star dinner experience. It's going to be a dinner here at CMA, socially distanced, only 12 tables, a private wine dinner with a cocktail reception. So if you want to get one of those 12 tables, it's an Insta-Buy. You're not bidding on it. You're just going on, tapping the button, and you can buy it. And then we're also having what we're calling our reverse drawing. Let me show you what you can win in the reverse drawing. The International Diamond Center. Let me show Nicholas first. There we go. The International Diamond Center has donated this beautiful piece right there, right? This diamond bar necklace has almost a full carat of diamonds, and we're going to do a reverse drawing. And what that means is that we're only selling up to 20 opportunities to win this necklace. You buy them through that Insta-Buy button. So once we've sold them all, we're going to start picking out names throughout the program. Every name we pick is not a winner, right? The goal is to be the last name left in our IDC bag at the end of the night. So we'll be picking those in just a little while. There's only 8 opportunities left. So go to the Insta-Buy. If you want to win this beautiful diamond necklace, they're only $100. There's only 20 chances to win. So please join us at the Insta-Buy for our reverse drawing that we're going to do throughout the program tonight. The silent auction, which has been going on all week, the silent auction will close in about 10 minutes. Once again, all your bidding can be done on your bidding device, whether it's your phone, your laptop, your computer, wherever you're watching the program and bidding from, it's all done in the same place. We will count you down to the exact last moment of that silent auction, but it will be in about 10 or 15 minutes, so just pay attention to the program here. So it is now time, now that I've gotten the housekeeping and a little bit of the fundraising out of the way, to make sure that you understand what we're all doing here, what we're here to support, this amazing jewel of an organization here in the Tampa Bay area. And I'm going to turn it back over to talk a little bit about what's happened over the past year here at CMA to my good friend, James Tully.
Pretty amazing, right? It was actually almost a year ago when I got a chance to walk through here when everything was under construction. I was blown away then. And now, what you see as it's completed, it's truly amazing. We want to give you an even closer look at everything the new CMA has to offer right now. Nick, you cool with that? All right, great. We'll see you in a little bit.
Almost 4 years ago, CMA embarked on a journey to expand our existing facility to meet our ever-growing needs and fulfill our mission of preserving our environment while inspiring the human spirit through leadership in the rescue, rehabilitation, and release of marine life, as well as education, research, and conservation. On July 29th, we unveiled our brand new Ruth and J.O. Stone Dolphin Complex. 3, 2, 1. The complex includes 9 underwater viewing windows. That triples our dolphin pool space. Education floor and classroom area is doubling. New state-of-the-art theater. Brand new ballroom. New Small Bites restaurant. And for an incredible view, we have a 3,300 square foot bay view patio space. We look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. That was awesome to see that, right?
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
I did. I mean, talk about all the tours that you got to do all over this place for the past year and what had happened around here.
It's funny, you know, Jason, I was in a hard hat about a year ago walking through this and seeing the 1.5 million gallon tank here and the entire expansion. One of my best memories coming here is bringing my sister here, actually. We got the chance to see Nick do all his tricks. She loved the otters. Walking out a couple of weeks ago, I got a chance to see the otters just like sleeping. Their little bodies crooked all over the place. They're adorable. Everything here is just fantastic, and it's been enhanced so much right now.
Yeah, I mean, they say bigger isn't always better, but in this
No,
scenario,
it is.
bigger is better, right? Right.
We're talking aquariums here, you know,
Right.
in a PG show. Yeah, it's definitely better for sure.
I do love it. Creative Contractors did an amazing job of this place. Fisher and Associates on the architect side did an amazing job putting all of this together. And when you walk in, it's a total new experience from what people have seen if they haven't been here more than a year.
Well, it starts with this. This is like having a, you know, what is this? Probably about 200-inch widescreen TV, and we've got Nick floating around, and anybody can watch this. There he is. This is incredible to me. And a little bit later, I'm going to show you how I got a chance to play with the rough-toothed dolphins. And What's incredible about the trainers here, what they do, these dolphins don't naturally do this stuff, but what they do on command is absolutely incredible, breathtaking. I had a chance to take part in that. We're going to show you that a little bit later too.
Right.
So, pretty amazing.
I love to see that. I love to see it. I will tell you also, it's been a tough year, right? As much as we have all struggled during this past year, things are the same at CMA. They have struggled, but they continue to thrive in this pandemic.
Which is incredible. It's a persevering organization, there's no doubt about it. And we're all searching for some sense of normalcy in this very, very strange 10 months that we've had, right? But here at CMA, they have lost someone, a family member. Brian Mahardy has passed, and he was somebody who worked here for a decade on the dive team. And just talking with Kelly Jordan, my good friend who set me up and got me here, he meant a lot to people here. So we want to take some time to pay tribute to him.
Last week, we lost a member of our CMA family, Brian Mahardy. Brian began his work at the Aquarium as a volunteer in 2010. He became a staff member in 2013 as a member of our dive team. Brian was a huge supporter of CMA and worked with all departments. For many years, Brian has been a vital part of our signature event, Winter on the Beach, providing and obtaining auction items and sponsoring tables. He was also instrumental in starting our successful Brews and Rescues event. He was a true and valued member of the CMA family who will be missed by all who knew him. This is why we created the Brian Mahardy Fund. This restricted fund will support the CMA dive team. 100% of this gift is tax deductible. We will be giving 10% of all Brian Mahardy Fund donations to Love for Lawrence. This local organization works to change the conversation around mental health by destigmatizing depression and suicide. Love for Lawrence funds research and successful interventions to inspire hope, foster acceptance, and save lives. Thank you for supporting these efforts, and Brian, may your legacy live on forever in our lives and in our hearts.
So as you can see, Jason, he meant a lot to a lot of people here, and establishing the fund just goes to show you the quality of people that work here at what is an already incredibly high quality organization.
No doubt, and remember, you can continue to give to the Brian Mahardy Fund throughout the evening, anytime you want, through that Insta-Buy button. You'll see there the Mahardy Fund, so don't be afraid to get on there and make that donation throughout the night.
Okay, so I told you earlier how the trainers here are pretty incredible and what they do. And look, I'm not sure, I mean, it's amazing to watch these dolphins come out of the water and obey commands and do things. I'm gonna go give it a shot. Okay,
it should be interesting.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I mean, it can't be that hard, right? I mean, I taught my dog to sit, so it can't be that complicated.
These are just like dogs, just like dogs.
Right, just, yeah, not quite.
Right.
I'm gonna go give it a shot, Jason. I'll check in with you later,
We'll
okay?
see you later in the show.
All right.
All right, James, thanks so much. He has got some busy work to do coming up in just a little while. We'll check back in with him. Now, we have got some business to take care of here as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure, in fact, I'm gonna have Laura, can you come grab this bag for me? We're gonna have Keenan fill this bag, because what's gonna go in this bag are the names for our reverse drawing, and we're gonna pick some of those names in a moment that will be our non-winners for this International Diamond Center beautiful necklace. So I will pick those in just a moment. I'll make sure they get shaken up really well. I will also tell you that your silent auction has about 3 minutes left in the silent auction. So if you've been bidding all week, understand this is your last chance to bid. There is a button that says no bids. I encourage you to get on there and help us sell this auction out. There's only a few items left in the auction, the silent auction, so get those as well. So our reverse drawing, as I mentioned, your goal is to not hear your name called, right? We're gonna pick these throughout the program. I'm gonna pick 5 of them now that are not winners, okay? So our first not winner, and when I read this name, I need my studio audience to give me a big "aww," right? Our first non-winner is Brian Ungst. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, Brian. All right, our next non-winner is Krista Kant. Oh, poor Krista. It's our second non-winner. Our third non-winner is Remember, your goal is to be the last name left in this by the end of the program. We only sold 20 of these. Our next one is Josh Bouchard. We're going to pick 2 more non-winners right now, and then we'll move on. You're hoping not to hear your name called. Our next non-winner is Suzette Morosi. They're getting really good at that here in the studio, I tell you, right? And by the studio, I mean the outdoor corridor here at CMA. And the last non-winner of this part of the program is Eric Rhodes. So we'll pick more non-winners in a while. Folks, I am waiting to hear the sound that will let me know when the silent auction is closed. I will also remind you that you have to understand the way that latency works. Latency is the fact that the words that are coming out of my mouth are reaching people at home in a different amount of time, at different times. So although we said a moment ago that there's about 3 minutes left in the silent auction, don't trust your clock or a stopwatch. Don't think that you can try to get in right before the bell, because when it's closed, it is closed, and it is about 3 minutes from when I announced it a moment ago. So please get those bids in on the silent auction now while you can. I will also tell you this gives me another chance to tell you that our 50-50 drawing is still going on. If you want to get your 50-50s, this is your last chance to do that. You buy those through the Instabuy option as well. So tap on Instabuy, go to the 50-50, and you can buy your way into that. We'll pick that winner and give away green, cold, hard cash before the end of the program. I also have another registration reward. And what is that? Just for registering, we're giving away prizes throughout the program. So we do have another registration reward. This is a 14-inch choker necklace, courtesy of Kendra Scott. And the winner, Laura, do you have the winner's name for our second registration reward?
Lisa Carter.
Lisa Carter. How about a round of applause for Lisa? I love that we clap for Lisa when really she didn't do anything but register, right? But we'll take it. It's a start. Lisa, thank you so much. Congratulations. We will contact you to coordinate exactly how we're going to get that to you. I mentioned the silent auction about to close. As soon as the bell rings the next time is going to be the sign that it is closed. We talked about that reverse drawing. Is that it? No, that's a fake one? It's all in the wrist. You got to be very careful with that bell right over there, right? So as soon as I hear that bell really get rung, we will know it. Oh, we got a visitor, right? What would you bid on if you had the opportunity? There is dolphin experiences, right? There's also opportunities to donate straight to the dolphins here at CMA, and the turtles and the otters and the pelicans, right? So please go on your opportunity to donate, to give, to bid on the items. He's going to show off a little bit here for us. That is just perfect. We love it, right? What you all don't know actually is this is not even a tank. This is just his a screen. It's a TV monitor back here, right? No, actually, this is really happening. Nicholas is with us almost through the entire program. So, buddy, we appreciate you being with us, not only in this program, but also here at CMA. All right, so the silent auction is now closed. What that means is if you want an item, you're going to get a text messages from Qtego. That is our mobile bidding platform, letting you know that you won. Congratulations, and exactly how to get your items and how to pay for your items. So we will wrap up this fundraising part of the program. But there's much more to come. We've got our live auction. We've got our Bid from the Heart. And wait till you see our Bid from the Heart story, our inspirational story here at CMA, which is going to come up later on in the program. But before we get to that part of the program, we're going to turn it back over to James Tully one more time. And James, as we mentioned, is going to try his hand at being a trainer. Let's see how it went. What's up, James?
Hey, thank you, Jason. I'm here with Rex and Rudy, the newest additions here at CMA. They are rough-toothed dolphins, and what's really unique about them is there's probably no dolphin tour in the Bay Area that's going to allow you to see rough-toothed dolphins, and they have a very unique backstory. So right now we're going to take a deeper look at that. Pretty adorable, right? And I'm getting some lessons in becoming a dolphin trainer here as well. Yeah, that's the belly rub. I got that figured out. Not too bad, right? Rex and Rudy are amazing. This is Rex here. The one thing I've noticed I have to get better at is actually aiming the fish and throwing it properly in their mouth because they deserve it. They're really great. And we're doing the wave thing too. Can we do that? This is the coolest thing in the world. Believe me, I'm not that skilled. I got great lessons. All right, right now we're going to go over and get a message from our CEO, the man who makes all this possible, Mr. Frank Dane.
So thank you, James, for my introduction. I appreciate it very much, and I appreciate you hosting our event this evening. We are promising an exciting time. You all have seen the silent auction, and I thank you for your participation in that. You don't know how much this means to us. We had a very difficult year in 2020, as many nonprofits and other businesses did. We had to close for 2 months without any revenue. Then we opened with a 25% capacity, which limited our attendance, and we had to take furloughs, pay cuts, and layoffs. So that was the tough part of 2020. But the brighter side of things is that we have a brand new $80 million facility that we opened in October. And then outside the four walls of CMA, we have Clearwater Marine Aquarium Research Institute. We have a presence in Belize with manatee assessments. One of the other important things we're doing is right whale observations. Right whales come from New England and they migrate down to Florida to give birth. So you've seen our silent auction. Now we're going into our live auction segment with Jason, our auctioneer. He is going to take the program from here. So Jason, let's make some money.
All right, let's make some money. I hear what you're saying, but Frank, before we go make some money, I have to give something away. We made the money on this already. We're going to try to give something away because what Nicholas and I could do, gosh, if there was any way I could just get him to get right inside to pick one. Can you do that for me? Here's what we're going to do. Remember, we have our reverse drawing here. Our goal is to be the last name left in this basket, in this bag. The winner, the last name in this bag, is going to get this beautiful necklace from the International Diamond Center. It's got that diamond bar necklace, almost 1 carat of diamonds in there. There are 10 names left in this bag. I'm going to call 5 non-winners, right? So you do not want to hear your name called if you bought one of these opportunities. So a non-winner, she was a non-winner the first round as well. I feel bad, but thank you for supporting CMA. Krista Kent. Krista, there we go. Our next one. Our next non-winner is Tony Padetta. Tony. They're doing it like they know Tony so well. And maybe he is. Maybe he's one of everyone's best friend. Our next non-winner is Elise Forster. Elise, you did not win. I'm sorry, right? Our next non-winner is, you like that I'm not calling them losers, right? That's nice, isn't it? Our next non-winner is Taylor Tillinger. So a little extra awe. And then the last non-winner in this round, which means that if this is not your name, you're one of 5 chances to win this beautiful necklace. Our next non-winner is Krista Kant. Chris says, you know what, instead of going awe, can we just give her a round of applause? Yes. So Krista has bought a lot of opportunity drawings. Let's see if maybe she's got one more still left in there. We'll pick that before the end of the program. Now, it is now time to get into our live auction part of the program. In the live auction, understand that all bidding, just like the silent auction, is done on your bidding device, whether that be your phone or your laptop or your desktop computer, however you're watching our program, you can do all of this through your device. I would encourage you, can we get the live auction button put back on there? All right, the live auction button's gonna be there. You have a couple choices to get to the live auction items. Either you will see a live auction bar across the top, or for many of you, it is appearing right on your phone right now because Qtego, the mobile bidding platform, can basically decide what you see on your phone at this time. So they've got the first item in our live auction already on there. I'm going to see all the bids as they come in here in the studio. Also understand, I'll keep talking about latency. Understand the words coming out of my mouth are reaching you at different times. So you may see a bid on your device at a different time that I'm talking about it. When we get to the end of any live auction item, I'm going to put a 30-second counter on that auction item. You're going to see a 30-second counter on your bidding device. At that point, it's not me who's closing the auction line. It is Qtego. It will get closed electronically. So keep in mind, I will talk about the item, I will promote the item, I'll call out and acknowledge who our current bidders are. I will then put a 30-second counter on and you will have that much time to get those final bids in to see who's going to win our item. So with that said, if we can go ahead and put the MC screen up, because I think if there's only 2 bids, that's all I need to see. All right, we have our first auction item, and this is one that has really become famous at this event every year. And as much as anything, it's because of the name, right? This is Taco Bout Fiesta, right? It is a fiesta party, and our friends over at Moe's have put this package together for you. It is a 35-person backyard taco bar that is created and catered by Moe's Southwest Grill. You're also going to receive a tap truck that has 4 taps, 5 hours of service with the cups and the napkins from Traveling Tap. And of course, we've got to fill those taps for you, right? The beer from Tampa Bay Brewing Company. So it is a party for 35 people. The taco bar with all the fixins, the beer tap truck that will be there at your place that you so choose, and of course, and that comes from Traveling Tap, and of course, the Tampa Bay Brewing Company providing all the beer for your party. So we had an opening bid on this item at $750. That came from Denise Klein. Leah Beck came in at $1,000, and that's where our current top bid is right now. So what I'm going to do is I keep looking at this screen right here. I keep watching to see who's going to come in at $1,250. Is Denise Klein going to come in one time and bid $1,250? Is anybody else going to try to get in and steal this away from Leah Beck? Right now, again, the bid is at $1,000. I'm looking at my screen here, looking to see who's going to bid against either Denise or Leah and see if it goes back and forth. I'm going to watch and see who's sitting at home. We have hundreds of people watching right now. People are thinking that ultimately you have a full year to use this package. So if you're worried about people getting together, 35 people at a time, number one, remember, it is outdoors. And number two, you get a full year to use it. So I'm going to watch this screen one more time. We had Denise at $750. We had Leah at $1,000. I'm going to go ahead and put that 30-second counter on this item. I will remind you over and over that it is not about the words that are coming out of my mouth from this point forward for this auction lot. It is only about the counter that you will see on your bidding device. So if you're bidding from your phone or from your laptop or from your desktop, maybe you're watching this on your smart TV, wherever you're watching it, you will see a counter come on there and tell you how much time is left in this auction lot. It will not be me who says sold, like you see a live auctioneer often do. It will be the Qtego bidding platform that closes this auction lot. So it is the 35 people taco bar. I will also tell you that the stories that I've heard is that ultimately it's enough food for way more than 35, but they bring what they say is for 35 people. So we're going to see who wants to get in at $1,250. I'm going to tell you that with the taco bar, you also get the beer, and it's not just the beer, but it's the amazing tap truck. You see the truck there in the picture up there on the screen? Let's go and take that full screen so people might be able to get a quicker and better look at that, because the tap truck will come to your place of business. It will come to your house. It will come to wherever you want this party to be set up. We'll have the taco bar. We'll have the tap truck. We will then have, all right, so here's what we'll do. I will tell you that we do have a winning bidder on this auction lot. Do we need to refresh anywhere, Laura, or we think we're good? That's our winner? That's your winner. That's our winner. With a bid of $1,000, our winner is Leah Beck. We are sold, thank you, from CMA. All right, let's move on to our next live auction lot. This live auction lot is one, once again, outdoors. We want to put you out on the water. And to put you out on the water, we're going to send you with what many people will call the best in the bay. It is a full-day fishing charter for up to 6 passengers with Touche fishing and dive charters. They are the best in the business. And for those of you, once again, who knew and loved Brian Mahardy, this is an auction package that not only he would get for us each year, but he loved this. And he would work so hard to make sure that this would be the experience of the year for whoever won this package and bought it. And I can assure you, even though Brian's not here with us this year, those at CMA are going to make sure that they don't take you fishing, they take you catching, right? That's what's going to happen, right? So understand this is much more than just a fishing charter for 6 people when you're out on the water, but this is a full day. It also includes the hook and cook at Broken Board. So when you catch the amazing fish throughout the day, you go to Broken Board on North Reddington Beach, and they're going to cook this fish up for you, and it's going to be as good as you can ever imagine. They're going to make sure of that. I will also tell you that it includes wines from PRP Wines, a nice little tasting, and they'll pair it with your fish to make sure that it is the perfect dinner experience for you after your day out on the water. So we open up the bid on this package. Krista Kant, who has been a regular part of our program so far, I think a little bit more than me, so thank you, Krista. But Krista started it off at $500. Craig Leslie came in at $750. Krista came back at $750. They were matched there, but Craig said, I got you $750, I'm in at $1,000, right? So our bid right now is at $1,000. I now need somebody to go $1,250. Again, it can be Krista who comes back at $1,250, knowing that it's $500 more than she was out last time. Or it can be another bidder who comes out of nowhere and says, I want this package. Understand that if you get in at $1,250, we're looking for about $200 a person. 6 people out with 2 Shea charters out for the fishing day of your year. So we're going to keep watching this chart right here, keep watching the bids as they come in. We had Krista at 500, we then had Craig and set 750, and Krista was also in at 750. Understand that sometimes people set max bids, and if you have a max bid, we'll see them both listed there, but it didn't matter what the max bid was because Craig came back at $1,000. So is there a $1,250 bidder out there? Anybody want to go? Who's going to go $1,250? Anybody want in? Who's going to go $1,250? Anybody want to go? I'm going to keep looking at the screen right here and see who wants in. Anybody in? About $200 a person for a day out on the water. And once again, this doesn't expire for a full year. So if you want to go now, you can go now. If you want to put it off for 11 months, you put it off for 11 months and you go in 2022. So we're at $1,000 right now to Craig. We're going to go ahead and put that 30-second counter on this auction lot. I'll remind you, as I'm going to do for all of our live auction lots, because it's so important, that you can't trust the words that are coming out of my mouth as far as timing is concerned. You can always trust the words that are coming out of my mouth. But as far as timing is concerned, you can't trust it because of latency. The words that are coming out of my mouth are reaching people at home at different times, so you can't wait for me to say sold. You have to wait for your bidding platform to do it for you. So as people continue to bid on this item, we continue to watch to see who our winning bidder is. At some point, we're going to say who is going to have the opportunity to go out with 2 Shea charters. And you see those pictures there. You see the beautiful fish that they catch. You see the tuna. You see the grouper. That is awesome. Understand that all those fish, what's going to happen after that? You're going to Broken Board. Broken Board on Reddington Beach. I've eaten there. I love that place. And I can imagine how fresh the fish they provide is. This fish will be fish that you potentially caught that day that they're now preparing for you. It's the hook and cook. It is the fishing charter. And it is, of course, also what? The PRP wines to go along with it as well. So what we're going to do. All right. So for who the bell tolls, right? That auction item is closed. We do have a winning bid on that item at $1,000. Our winner is Craig Leslie. We are sold. Thank you from CMA. All right, let's move on to our next live auction lot. Our next live auction lot takes you to what many people will call the most exclusive golf course in our community, right? Old Memorial in Tampa is really the place that when you talk to people about where they want to go golfing, they say, I want to go to Old Memorial. The trick is that not just anyone can get on at Old Memorial, right? It is an exclusive club, and this is your opportunity to golf at Old Memorial. It's not only for the 4 golfers, but it is also include lunch in their clubhouse while you are there. So I love what they write in this description, right? This description basically says it is a pure, undisturbed sanctuary of golf where members and guests can get away from the hectic pace of life to enjoy friendly competition. God, a good marketer wrote that, right? I love that. But that is perfect. The traditional style clubhouse features an expansive locker grill room, stuffed leather chairs, and the conveniences a golfer could imagine. Folks, understand that this is your opportunity to play at Old Memorial. So many people talk about going to golf. Where do you want to golf that you can't golf on your own in the Tampa Bay area? Old Memorial. And this is your opportunity to do it. So we've got a foursome at Old Memorial. That's for 4 golfers. Right now, the bid is at $500. Right now, you're paying $125 per golfer for Kelly Schmidt. She's getting in now at $500. We're now going to see a bid come in at $750. Is there a $750 bid anywhere anybody want to go? Who's going to go $750? Even at $750, I'm looking for less than $200 a person to play at Old Memorial. So I'm going to keep watching the screen right here, and we're looking for that $750 bid. Is there anybody who's going to put it in? Remember, all your bids are going to go through your bidding device. I'll reach in my pocket and I'll pull it out again, and I see it right there. It tells you the current bid, and look, Qtego, the bidding platform, is so nice. They even put the next bid in the field for you. So all you have to do is hit submit bid. So for $750, and I'll tell you the expiration date on this one as well. Actually, I'm guessing it's at least a year, right? Are we clear with that? It's a year. It's 1 year. So it's 1 year from today. So you got plenty of time to go here as well. So we are currently at $500. We're going to see who wants to get in at $750. $750 may win this. I can't imagine that $500 wins it, but I believe that there's someone who's sitting there at home, their feet are kicked up, their fingers on that bid button, and they're about to put it in as this countdown clock goes. So we're going to put that 30-second counter on the clock. And here's what I'm going to do. Just because I believe that it was so beautifully written, I'm going to read it for you one more time. And I want you to think about it. Sitting back in the clubhouse, your feet stretched out, you're getting ready to head out on the course, and thinking about the pure, undisturbed sanctuary of golf where members and guests can get away from the hectic pace of life to enjoy friendly competition. And this friendly competition usually involves some sort of high-stakes wagering by those people out on the golf course, right? So we're going to see who's going to get that opportunity to head out to Old Memorial. And I mentioned it's not only the golf, it's lunch while you're there as well. The food at Old Memorial is amazing. Maybe the only thing equal on par with the golf is the dining opportunities at Old Memorial. So what I will tell you is that this is for 4 people. It's not going to expire for a year. You're going to have plenty of time to get in. I'm looking for less than $200 a person. When we announce who the winner of this package is, I will tell you that we've got another amazing golf opportunity coming up, but it's not a chance to play golf. It's a chance to, let's just say, get a little bit closer to arguably the greatest golfer of all time. So, all right, so the bell has gone off. We are closed right here. Nicholas just came by again. We do have a winning bid here of $500. We are selling it to Kelly Schmidt. We are sold, thank you, from CMA. All right, so we'll move from that golf package to our next golf package. But this is not your opportunity to go out golfing. This is your opportunity to get up close and personal from a signature standpoint with what many people call the greatest golfer of all time, Jack Nicklaus, right? This is, and by the way, I love that the camera shot purposely doesn't show what's down here, because I've got my IDC bag, I've got my jewelry down here. I'm like Mary Poppins. I just keep reaching down and picking more and more up, right? So here's what we got. We have this Masters flag, and this Masters flag is worth about $29, right? Now you're thinking to yourself, Jason, $100? You have to buy them for $100. But my point being that it's not about the flag, because what's going to happen to this flag after you win it is we are going to allow you to get it signed by Jack Nicklaus, right? That's right, that Jack Nicklaus, the one who's won more majors than anybody else. And one of the unique things about this auction package, and you don't get this in most auction packages, is that he will personalize it to you as well. And that's why it's not signed yet. Ultimately, we're going to give you the opportunity to tell him what you want to write on here. Is it happy birthday? Is it happy graduation? Is it congratulations on a hole-in-one? Whatever it may be. So, is our opening bid on this $750? Is that where we're at? Yeah, so our opening bid is $750 on this. I will tell you that at our in-person event, when we've done our Winter on the Beach event, it has been a $3,000 and $4,000 winning package. So, I'm looking to see if we can get an opening bid of $750. Someone who will put your finger on that button and say, listen, I want a chance to own a piece of history, a piece of sports memorabilia that you can't get anywhere else, because yes, it will be signed by Jack Nicklaus, but also it will be personalized with anything you want on there. So you want a gift for someone, you want it for yourself, you can do just that. So I'm going to put this back down in my Mary Poppins bag. I'm going to pull out my bidding device once again to take a look at what's going on. So I want to make sure that, Keenan, I'm doing this right. Did it get changed? Because I'm showing a starting bid of $1,000 here. $1,000. So we need $1,000 to get it started, is that correct? Yeah, okay. So we need a $1,000 bid to get this one started. Understand that this is normally a $3,000 and $4,000 auction package when we sell it in person. So not only will you be supporting CMA, but you'll be getting a little bit of a steal when it comes down to it, right? So what we'll do is we're going to put that 30-second counter on this auction lot. Once again, I think that there are people who understand the value here, and we're going to see if somebody's going to slide in and get it before the auction closes, right? I've been part of auctions before where items like this, again, sell for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I will also tell you at the same time that if you're sitting here thinking to yourself, listen, I want to donate, I want to give to CMA, and you're prepared to give and donate later on in our program, this might be your opportunity to not only donate, but to get something in return as well. Some people like to get things, some people have enough stuff, whatever your choice. But I will tell you that if you're looking to get something, this might just be it. So we're looking for a $1,000 bid to get this auction package started. And oftentimes we get a bid and somebody hits that button, and then other people come back, and it's a little bit of a drug, if you will, a little bit of an opportunity to bid against somebody and go back and forth. So we'll see if anybody's going to get that with this auction lot. I will tell you that Jack Nicklaus, because of a great relationship with those here at CMA, has agreed to do this personally for just this event. So when you win this item, we're going to get the opportunity to tell the Golden Bear exactly what you want written on this item. It could be happy birthday, it could be happy graduation. So I'm going to look over here to make sure that, are we in the process of putting the counter up? It's coming. All right. So again, the latency is a thing that I don't always know exactly what it is. Those of you at home might be looking at your phones and it's different than what I'm talking about by a few seconds here or there. But I will tell you, ultimately, when this item gets won, we will have someone who can celebrate exactly what they're going to get. So we're waiting ultimately to see who will get this piece of sports memorabilia, who will get this chance to walk away with a true Legends signature on this Masters flag. So we've got someone who does have a bid. So we do have a closed live auction lot. We do have a bid for $1,000. The winning bid on that is to Francis Smith. We are sold, thank you, from CMA. All right. All right, we will move on. We have got 2 more live auction lots. The 2 more live auction lots is one that has become near and dear to my heart. Oh, I just missed him, didn't I? So close. I have a feeling he'll be back in a little while though, right? And by a little while, I mean right about now. That was perfect, right? Here we go. Now we're talking. So what Nicholas would like to tell you about is a little bit about our next live auction lot. And this is a 4-day, 3-night stay, a Clearwater Beach staycation for those of you who are here local. We also know that there's lots of people watching from outside of the area. Lots of people who, quite frankly, would never be able to come to Winter on the Beach in person, but this is their opportunity to be part of this event from a distance. And if you want to be able to come here and experience an amazing house in Carlowell, the private club, this is the package for you. Because we have an opportunity for you to bring up to 13 people to stay in this amazing 5-bedroom home. It is 5 bedrooms, and it is the perfect party house. Now, I'm not talking about a rager type of party, right? I'm talking about 13 people who want the sunshine, want the perfect view, the foosball table, the bikes are there for you. It's got all sorts of games. It is stocked not only with games for the kids and for the adults. You look at that of the pool right there. It's got the volleyball net, it's got the basketball net, but quite frankly, the fridge comes stocked with beer, right? So it will have what you need to make this a party weekend. 4 days, 3 nights in Clearwater Beach for up to 14 people. 5-bedroom waterfront home in Carlowell. This is the Pepin Vacation Home. The Pepins have donated this. It's got that private pool. It is heated however you want it heated. There's a hot tub there. Folks, I will tell you, I have been to this house. I have seen this house. Quite frankly, I have enjoyed some of the adult beverages in this house, right? So I can vouch for the fact that if you want to get away, you want the perfect view out onto the water, this is where you want to do it from. So it is for 3 nights for up to 14 people. We currently have a bid of $2,000. We need to get to $2,500 on this item. So Lisa Elliott got in at $2,000, and I'm sure Lisa's thinking to herself, if I can get this for $2,000, what an amazing long weekend we can have. 4 days and 3 nights in Clearwater Beach, right? You are just a few miles from CMA, so you can certainly tie that into your long experience, long weekend while you're there. 4 days, 3 nights, we currently have a bid of $2,000. I now need somebody to go $2,500. Is there a $2,500 bid out there? Anybody want to put their finger on the phone? Anyone want to put their finger on their bidding device? If you're watching on your laptop or your smart TV, however it may be, it's waiting there for you. Bidding increments. Oh, we do have a new bid of $2,500. We got a $2,500 bid on any somebody to go $3,000. We can ring that bell, right? So Trisha Blake is now in at $2,500. So now we're looking to see who wants to go at $3,000. We want to go at $3,000, and ultimately you're thinking to yourself, who are we thinking about at $3,000? I'm looking at you, Lisa Elliott. I'm looking at you, right? You were my bidder at $2,000. I need you to come back and go $3,000 one time. Are you going to get in at $3,000? Understand the 5-bedroom home. So I'll do the math for you again. It's $600 per bedroom just to get into this house for 3 nights. That's $200 a night for this type of experience. The pictures we're showing you here are to die for, and you can understand how you will celebrate and how you will party at this house. The hot tub, the big pool, the volleyball net. We do have now a $3,000 bidder. Amy Book is in at $3,000. So we got some girl power going on here, don't we? Lisa Elliott, Trisha Blake, Amy Book are all in, right? So I had it $2,000, I had $2,500, I had 3. We now need somebody to go $3,500. Is there a $3,500 bidder out there? Who's going to go one time at $35,000? $3,500. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put that 30-second counter on this auction lot. Again, at this point, Don't worry about the words that are coming out of my mouth as far as the timing is concerned. All you should worry about is that momentarily, if you haven't seen it already, you're going to see a counter come up on your bidding device. Most of you are bidding from your phone, I know that. And on that bidding device, as that counter comes up and it counts you down, that is how we're going to know who's going to get this Clearwater Beach Carlisle vacation stay. Lauren and Tom Pepin, always so generous, and once again donating this to this auction. We're going to see who's going to get to be the beneficiary of their generosity. So once again, Nick wants to say, if only we can work it out that Nick could go visit them at the house. That might be a little bit much, right? But I can assure you that if while you're staying there, if you come to CMA, you're going to make sure that you have this sort of show from Nick as well as some of the other friends here at CMA. So we're ultimately going to see who gets that opportunity, who's going to stay in this beautiful home, who has a chance to come just a few miles to CMA, to come a few miles to Pier 60, to come a few feet from the most beautiful sunset you'll ever see. So, all right, so the bell is ringing. Keenan's getting into it with that bell, right? She's loving it. She's on the bell. But we do have a winning bid here of $3,000. It goes to Amy Book. We are sold, thank you, from CMA. All right. All right. We will go now to our ultimate live auction item. We put it at the end. And listen, it is the ultimate now because the timing couldn't be better, right? We have got here in the Tampa Bay area your Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And as much as they did this year, which was amazing, they are set up for success again next year. And there were people who couldn't go to Bucs games last year as much as they wanted to, so we got them set up for next year. We're going to put you in a suite at the Bucs game of your choice. Let me tell you that again. You get to pick which game you want to go to. You look at their home schedule, you pick the game, you're there. It is for 20 people. We opened up the bid on this item at $5,000. Brian Unks got in at $5,000, and now I feel a little bad because Brian was one of our non-winners in the reverse drawing earlier. So, Brian, thank you for bidding on this item, but nevertheless, we're going to see if you can get outbid and see if you come back and see if you can win this item. But ultimately, we're at $5,000 right now for a private suite at the Bucs game of your choice next year at Raymond James Stadium. You'll see Tom Brady. You'll see Rob Gronkowski. You'll see the cast of characters, the cast of stars. You will see the Super Bowl champions. You want to pick the day that they get their Super Bowl rings, you can go to that game. You can pick the best game that you want to go to. You can go see them play the New Orleans Saints. You can go see any team that you want to on their home schedule. So we currently have a bid of $5,000. We're going in $1,000 increments here. So I need a $6,000 bid to get this auction going. We got to get a little fuel on the fire, if you will. Get it going. We do have a $6,000 bid by Trisha Blank. Let's get the bell going for that one, right? So Trisha Blank is in at $6,000. I'm now going to see who wants to come back at $7,000. Is there a $7,000 bidder out there right there? By the way, what they're cheering for now is, come on, 7. I want 7,000. They're just cheering for a number. I love to see that, right? But we do have our last live auction lot. Trisha Blake's my top bidder right now at $6,000. Brian Unks, are you going to come back one time at 7? Is there a top bidder? I'm going to try to pull it up on my phone to look at it here one more time. But ultimately, we have the opportunity to bid on this item. I need a $7,000 bid somewhere. Anybody want to go 7? Who's in at $7,000? Folks, if you call the Bucs directly and try to get one of these, number one, good luck trying to get it for next season. Number two, I'm talking 10, 15, 20 plus $1,000. Right? Because this is not just the suite. Oh, by the way, did I mention it comes with food and drink in the suite? I think that's an important thing for me to throw in. The food and drink are included for all 20 people. 3 parking passes are included. So folks, I will tell you that this is the all-in package. I'm looking for a $7,000 bidder, a $7,000 bidder. Keep cheering, keep going, because I believe there's people out there. I believe there's people who are willing to bid $7,000 here as well. So we got a 5 from Brian Unks. We got a 6 from Trisha Blank. Who's going to go one time at $7,000? We're going to start to wrap this one up, and we're going to see who's going to get in before we close it out. So let's go ahead and put that 30-second counter on the clock, and we're going to see who next year gets to pick the game that they go to. We're going to get a chance to see who gets to pick the game and bring 19 friends to what we believe will be a situation where social distancing doesn't matter, right? We want to go in, we want to hug, we want to high five, we want to eat, we want to enjoy. Who do you think is going to win? You think it's going to be Trisha? You think it's going to be Brian? You got to pick? Oh, we could have done that. You know how you guys have picked the Super Bowl and you put the footballs? We should have put bidders' names out front and let them. Nicholas could have bid $7,000 for one of our bidders. Why not, right? They would have had to sign release forms that they'd be okay with a dolphin spending their money, whatever it may be. So ultimately, we're going to see whether it's Nicholas, who gets to announce this with me if he's still hanging out with me in just a moment, or if I get to do it myself. But ultimately, it was bidders who started our auction off to get things going. They've gone back and forth a little bit. We're waiting to see who ultimately is going to get this Tampa Bay Buccaneers experience. Any game next year, your choice. I will tell you again, it's the food, it's the drink, it's the excitement. Do you think Frank oh, we're ringing? All right, so the bell just rang. We do have a closed live auction lot, which means that we do have a $6,000 bid from Trisha Blake. We are sold. Thank you from CMA. All right, now, as much fun as the live auction was, we now go into a part of the program that I like to call the bid from the heart. And in the bid from the heart, you're not going to get a trip to a Bucks game. You're not going to get to go to Clearwater Beach or an autographed Masters flag. You're going to get the feeling of knowing that you gave from the bottom of your heart directly to our mission. But I will tell you that it's not for me to tell you about our mission. It's for you to see it firsthand. And this is where I'm once again going to turn it over to my good friend James Tully, and he's going to really dig down deep and show you the difference CMA is making in our community. Hey, James.
I have had the privilege over the years to tell a lot of people's stories. And it's true. Everybody has a story. The names of these pelicans here has a story as well. Next time you come by the exhibit, you've got to take a look and see what all of this means and the details behind it. One of my favorite parts here is the fact that Winter the Dolphin herself has inspired so many people. And every day visitors come here to CMA and share their inspirational stories too. So let's take a closer look at some of those.
Clearwater Marine Aquarium has been renowned for its animal rescue, rehabilitation, and release work for decades, benefiting our local marine life as they receive a second chance at survival. But starting several years ago, an additional, unexpected benefit began to emerge. A benefit for thousands of amazing individuals from all parts of the world, in the form of inspiration. Winter has inspired countless people facing their own challenges to never give up trying, no matter what obstacles life presents. What began as a few determined individuals arriving unannounced at our doors soon grew into a joyous gathering of visitors, excited to catch a glimpse of their real-life hero, Winter. Our inspiration team was formed to welcome them in and coordinate what often became a life-changing encounter.
Winter has a little tail and I have a little hand, and she can do everything that she wants to do, and I can do everything that I can do. 2 thumbs up.
Now, thanks to your continuing support, after a short pause during these trying times, our Inspire program is back up and running and stronger than ever. Our guests are not only inspired by Winter, but also Hope, Nicholas, and all our animals now that they have an even greater opportunity to connect with those they love. In our new Ruth and J.O. Stone Dolphin Complex, 5 new pools house 9 giant windows, which allow face-to-face encounters in a safe, interactive, and exciting new way. CMA has truly grown into a world-class facility with the ability to welcome many more enthusiastic guests, but our mission remains the same.
Now that is the power of the human spirit. I couldn't think of a better way to close things off tonight. Let's send things one more time back over to Jason.
Gosh, James, the power of the human spirit, that's what you talk about. It really is amazing that at a place like this, Clearwater Marine Aquarium, where we care for so many animals, it really is also about the power of the human spirit and how the animals impact the humans, the people who come through here. And when we ask you during this part of the program to give, during this Give from the Heart, we're going to give you some of the things that you'll be supporting and funding. And many of them are about the animals here, but ultimately realize that it's the animals being here, as we help them recover, as we give them an amazing habitat, an amazing home, that also impacts the people who come here. Not only this community, but around the state, around the country, around the world, who come here to Clearwater Marine Aquarium. During the Give from the Heart part of the program, which we're in right now, I'm going to call out some donation levels. As I call out those donation levels, once again, I'm going to ask you to pull out your bidding device, your donating device at this point, and tap the button of what you are willing to make that contribution here this evening. On that bidding device, you'll see, if you tap the donate button, or it might already be there for you, you'll see the different levels that we're going to be asking for. When you hear the level that you want to give, you just tap that button. Support Nicholas, support his friends like Hemingway and Winter and Hope, and help support Clearwater Marine Aquarium. We have a really special treat this evening, because as much as we're going to ask you to donate, I will tell you that we've got a special opportunity. Frank Dame, the CEO of Clearwater Marine Aquarium, has decided to challenge you, to inspire you to give by offering up this challenge. For every dollar that anyone gives this evening during this part of the program, he's going to match it dollar for dollar up to $25,000. So as soon as you give $1,000, it's $2,000. As soon as you give $5,000, it's $10,000, just like that. The question is going to be, who can dig deep and give to support CMA? So here's what we'll do. Knowing that our goal is to get to that $25,000 match and wipe out that whole match so we get the full $25,000, I'm going to see if there's a $10,000 donor out there. At the $10,000 level, please understand that how this works is that there's a lot of things we can attach that to. As I look at my bidding device here, CMA resident food. You want to help provide food for many of our animals here at CMA? That $10,000 will help that. If you want to help on other fronts, how about this? How about 40 wetsuits? Cost $10,000. We're going to ask you to donate to give. Are there any $10,000 donors out there? And I will tell you that I have this screen here, and I know some people have already given, and we're going to acknowledge as many of those as we can throughout the program, but if we get a $10,000 donation, I want to make sure that I acknowledge it here as well. Are there any $10,000 donors out there who are willing to kick us off for our bid from the heart? Remember that $10,000 donation becomes $20,000 because of that match. I'm going to keep watching the screen here, and I'm going to wait and see who's going to put in that donation. Because I know ultimately there are people out there who care about this organization. There are people who are ready to make that contribution. So we look here one time. We've got a great screen that as soon as the donations start to come in, we're ultimately going to put them up. Look at this. We just got a $10,000 donation. How about that, right? Karen and John Thiel have given $10,000. The Thiels, thank you so much. Understand that that's going to help us get that $25,000 match as well. So, is there anyone who will join the Thiels? Is there anyone at $10,000? What I'll do is I'll work my way down, and as I call out that dollar amount that you're willing to make that contribution is when you give. So let's go ahead and put that screen up so we can see. Not yet? All right. So we have our next dollar amount is the $5,000 level. Are there $5,000 donors out there? The rehab turtles are where your $5,000 donation can go in this part of the program. At the $5,000 level, think about all the turtles that you'll help donate, you'll help rescue. I'll also tell you that I'm really good at the math when it comes to things like this, because a moment ago I said 40 wetsuits are $10,000. Well, throughout the night I'll do things like 20 wetsuits would be $5,000. So please understand that when you give that $5,000 level, those are the types of things that you are contributing. Anyone at $5,000. And I promise you, as I move down some of these levels, I will also tell you that we're going to come back and we're going to acknowledge some of the other donors who have given. Where are my $2,500 donors? Who's in at $2,500 for the Clearwater Marine Aquarium? John and Karen Thiel were in at $10,000. I'm going to wait and see who's going to get in at $2,500. At $2,500, you can help operate a pool system for 1 year to provide pristine water for one of our rehab patients. Think about that. You've taken care of the clean pool water for a full year with a donation of about $2,500. So I'm going to keep watching the screen here. And I understand once again that the words that are coming out of my mouth are reaching people at home at different times. So sometimes there is what some would call an awkward silence. But I'm okay with that, because there are people who are thinking about it. We do have a $2,500 donation. Linda Griffin Kelleher is a $2,500 donation, right? Anyone else at $2,500? And how about this? We just got a $5,000 donation from Bill Ross. Bill Ross is in at $5,000. And another $2,500 donation. Eric Bush. Eric Bush is in at $2,500. All right. Now, before I get too excited, Keenan, can you confirm Eric Bush's donations? Because I just saw, can you look up on the MC screen? Can you show her what I'm seeing there?
Oh,
okay.
it's on twice.
Okay. So Eric Bush is in at $2,500. Bill Ross, thank you for your $5,000 donation. Linda Griffin, I want to get that right. Kelleher is in at $2,500. And John Keel, once again, was our $10,000 donor. Anyone else at $2,500? So I will tell you that our $25,000 match, we're up to $20,000. So we got some more work to do to get the rest of it. Anyone else at $2,500 before we move on? Our next level is a level that when I call it out, you'll know that you'll be feeding a rehab turtle for 10 weeks, and you'll help them be a step closer to release back in the wild. Help take care of our rehab turtles for 10 weeks, right? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask for $1,000 donations. We do have $1,000 donations that are rolling in. Colin Devine is a $1,000 donor. Kathleen Perrott is a $1,000 donor, right? We'll take that. Who else at $1,000? Are there other donors out there at $1,000 to help us creep up? We're at $22,350. I got some help behind me. Nicholas wants these $1,000 donations to come in, right? Listen, not only will Nicholas thank you, the CMA staff who's here with me, they will thank you, but your accountant will thank me as well. It's a nice round even number, $1,000, right? Who's in for $1,000 to CMA? Who's out there who oftentimes comes to Winter on the Beach and oftentimes would raise their paddle when we call for $1,000? You're sitting at home right now and you're wanting to give, you're thinking about giving, give now. Just like Paul Auslander has given $1,000. That's right. Marcia Emanuel has given $1,000. Kirsten Mahaz has given $1,000, right? So Paul and Marcia and Kirsten are all $1,000. I want to make sure that's correct. Will you look at that one as well, Laura? It looks like we got another one. Is that come from home?
It should, yeah.
Okay. So that is legitimate. If we know Marcia Emanuel, she gave $1,000 twice. So Marcia, thank you for your $2,000 donation. And please understand, folks, that as I call out these levels, it's really any dollar amount and above. So Marcia was like, listen, I want to give $2,000. He didn't call $2,000. That's fine. How about John Drahim gave $1,000? John, thank you. Anyone else at $1,000? We're at $27,350. Anyone else at $1,000 before we move on? And just because we move on doesn't mean that you can't continue to give at any of these levels. We are at $27,000. I mean, this is just perfect. It's just working out perfect, right? I love it. Anyone else at $1,000 before we move on? We're at $27,350 for Clearwater Marine Aquarium. At the $500 level, which is the next level that I will call, you will help provide 20 days of medication for rehab turtles. 20 days of medication. Think about the difference that that can make to help our rehab turtles return to their natural habitat, to return to the wild. Look at this. We just got a $2,500 donation from Charlene Martin. Charlene. Charlene is in at $2,500. It may be Charlene. Did I get that right? I think I said Charlene. So Charlene Martin is a $2,500 donor. So Charlene was in at $2,500. We had Eric Bush at $2,500. We had Linda Griffin Kelleher at $2,500. I'm down to the $500 level, but now is the time $500 and above. The next donation is going to get us above $30,000 during the Give from the Heart. Who's going to get us there? Who's in at $500 for Clearwater Marine Aquarium? We're going to keep watching the screen and see who puts in that donation at $500. Come on, 500, right? Come on, 500. Bring it in. Who's going to go $500? How about the $250 level? At the $500 to $250 level, that's where you make that impact. Understand that all those things add up. The next donation that comes in that's at least $150, I'm hoping that it's $250 or $500, is going to get us over $30,000. Who's going to help us get there? Who's going to get us to $30,000? We had lots. And actually, can you go to the delete bad, the other screen for me? Because I think there were a couple donations that came in earlier. Then I want to make sure. Oh, I'll get back to that one I just saw came in. No, let's go to the other screen. And if you could sort by dollar amount for me, because I think a couple donations came in earlier in the program. I want to make sure we acknowledge those. Yeah. How about this? We just got another $500 donation from Alan Baumstein. Alan Baumstein. We mentioned creative contractors earlier on. He was a big part of making all of this happen. So Alan and creative contractors, thank you so much. So I want to make sure that I acknowledge some of these. I'm going to step off camera just a little bit to make sure I call these out appropriately. Can you sort by dollar amount in the top right-hand corner? It is, okay? Okay, and so scroll down so I can see the ones at the bottom. There we go. Laura's working hard with those fingers out there, right? I like it, I like it, I like it. All right, so Cody Hayden gave $250 earlier, and Linda Capanos gave $100. So I want to make sure we acknowledge those. So we are over the $30,000 level. We can go back to the other screen now, and I can see Alan's donation and it came in. Craig Leslie came in at $500. Craig, thank you so much. We have a guy who donates at all these events that I go to. He apparently has come here and donated as well. First name anonymous, last name donor. He's in at $150. So thank you to that donor on my screen here. Our next donation, Ashley Carpooch, is in at $100. So Ashley, thank you so much. We are at $31,200. Krista Kant is in. Krista, you're a huge part of the program. Krista, thank you, at $100. Now, here's what we're going to do. I want to explain a little game that I have for people. So as these donations continue to come in, David Carruthers is in at $250. But let me explain this game we're going to play to close out this part of the program. This game is called The Last Donor Standing. And here's how the game works. Is I've got a prize that we're going to give out to one of our donors coming up here in the program. That prize is going to be a 2-night stay at Winter the Dolphin Beach Hotel. It is right on Clearwater Beach. You literally can roll out onto the sandy white beaches of Clearwater Beach. It is a little bit of a walk, but walking distance from here at CMA if you so choose to make your way here. It is right by Pier 60 for those beautiful sunsets. It is an amazing hotel. And we're going to give you a 2-night stay there, and you're thinking to yourself, Jason, how are you going to decide who's going to get this 2-night stay at the Winter the Dolphin Beach Hotel? It's very simple. We're going to give it to the person who gives $100 or more last. Okay? So I've got this screen here, and it is all time-coded. So I've watched the donations come in. I saw Alan Baumstein's donation and Craig Leslie's, and Ashley Carpooch came in, and Krista Kant and David Carruthers. So right now, David is my last donor. If I were to say closed right now, David would get this 2-night stay on Clearwater Beach for his donation. I'm going to see who else wants to be our last $100 donor. Again, it's any donation, $100 or above. We're going to watch the screen, and how it's going to work is when I'm ready to close it out, we are going to put a counter on, not on your phones, not on your screens. It's going to be here in the studio only. And when that bell rings telling me that that 30 seconds is up, I will look at the screen and I will announce who our winner is. So we're waiting right now to see, all right, so Randy Cooper just put in $100. So right now, Randy is my last $100 donor. Randy outdid David Carruthers and Krista Kant, who are close, but we're going to see who is going to be my last donor. Is anyone going to outdo Randy Cooper? Are you pointing because, oh, look at that. We just had a huge jump up in the total about to be there because, what did Frank Dame say earlier? If we get to 25,000, he's going to put in 25,000. So look at our total right now. It's now up to $56,550. Right? But we're going to celebrate that one more time in just a moment because I want to see what other donations are coming in because quite honestly, I can't let Frank be my last donor and get to stay at the hotel, right? We're not going to do that. So Randy Cooper is still my last $100 donor. Anyone who donates $100 or more at this point, all you have to do is tap that donate button, submit donation. We'll see it here. Denise Klein is now playing my game. She's in at $100, right? So Randy, do you want to come back? David Carruthers, do you want to come back? Krista Kant, do you want to come in one more time? Who's going to come in with a $100 donation? Here's how it works. I'm going to go ahead and put that 30-second counter on right now. Again, this is not like the live auction. In the live auction, if you remember, everybody saw a counter on their bidding device. This is right here in the studio. So what I'm going to do, when that counter gets down to 0, I'm going to have you not ring the bell. Laura, I'm just going to have you wave to me, right? And you're going to let me know that it's closed. And then I'm going to look up here at our screen and I'm going to announce exactly who's going to win our prize. So if you want a 2-night stay on Clearwater Beach anytime over the next year, it's not just any hotel, it's Winter the Dolphin Beach Hotel, the hotel inspired by Clearwater Marine Aquarium, inspired by Winter the Dolphin, and right now Denise Klein is getting it for her $100 donation. Who's going to try to get in and get this 2-night stay on Clearwater Beach before we close it out? Who's going to be my last donor and be the last donor standing? Folks, this is where we're at. We're at $56,650. We're going to see, can we creep that up to $57,000 before we close this out? Are there people who are ready to donate $100 knowing that this $100 can win you this 2-night stay on Clearwater Beach? All right, so here's what we'll do. I'm ultimately going to give this screen a few moments to catch up, see what other donations have come in. And then I will also tell you, so Cameron, we're going to be able to put up the dollar amount one more time. We'll put it up right there. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this out and let you know that the winner of our last donor standing game is Katie Holmstrom. Katie came in with a $100 donation. She gets the Clearwater Beach stay. But more importantly, look at that total up there. We just raised $56,750. I love to see that. I love it so much. All right. So now, there is a little bit more housekeeping than I need to do here. We've got a few more prizes that we have to give away. I want to make sure that we do all of that. The donations have creeped over $57,000, and I love to see that as the donations have continued to come in. Because now is the time, no matter what dollar amount you want to donate, whether it's $40 or $40,000, now is the time to put it in your bidding device. Please make that contribution to Clearwater Marine Aquarium. Help them continue to thrive in what is a difficult climate for so many of us, including CMA. But they are open for business and they are doing it the right way. And tonight we've raised over $57,000 just from the goodness of your heart, the gift from the heart. So thank you so much for that. All right. So we have a few more prizes to give away before we wrap up the program. The first one is going to be our third and final registration reward. All you had to do to win this is be registered for our auction. This registration reward is a good one. It is a 2-night stay at the Hyatt Regency in Savannah. Everyone say, ooh. All right. And Laura, who is the winner of that? Alyssa Maxine Karp, you won that stay, so congratulations. All you did was get registered. We also have our 50-50 raffle winner. Do we have a dollar amount for that first? Do we know what the dollar amount is?
I don't.
All right, so why don't you look that up while I pull our reverse drawing, right? So I'm going to show the International Diamond Center jewelry that we're giving away one more time, right? It is 1 carat of diamonds. It is valued at $2,100. There are 5 names left in here. The goal is to be the last name left in here. So I'm going to pull 4 and see who our last one in here is, right? So our first non-winner of this round is Elise Forster. Elise was our last non-winner of the last round. So Elise, I'm sorry, but you are a non-winner there. Our next non-winner is Nancy Collian. Nancy, you are a non-winner, but thank you for supporting CMA. Let me make sure, yep, we got 3 left in there. This drawing is being overseen by the law firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. We're fine. All right. Our next non-winner is, Elise Forster. Elise, you bought a few of these, and now we are down to the final 2. What I'd like to do sometimes is read the 2 names in here and then have a drum roll, but we're just going to reach in and pick. And I'm going to tell you our non-winner. This is our last non-winner. So if you haven't heard your name yet, you're the only one who knows that you've won, because our non-winner, yep, I do have one in my hand. Our non-winner is Eric Rhodes, which means our winner is James Poulter. James wins our IDC diamond necklace. So James, congratulations. Now, back to the 50-50. What was our total in the 50-50?
So the total of 50-50 is 1370.
Total of 50-50 is 1370, which means that that's $685. Thank you. $685. And the winner of $685 is?
Krista Kant, right?
That's awesome. Folks, I will tell you, I believe in karma, right? And Krista, you were a big part of this event tonight, so thank you so much. And you've just won more than $600 just for being part of our 50-50. All right, now folks, what I want to do before I do our official wrap up of the show and turn it over to our Chief Development Officer to say our goodnight, can we put that screen up one more time? Because we do have a few new donors since we closed this out one time, right? So Amy Book got in at $100. Krista Kant donated another $100. Amy Miller donated $100. Then Kelly Powers rounded out our night in the gift from the heart with a $500 donation, which brings our total, we'll celebrate one more time, to $57,650. Ladies and gentlemen, I have loved being your MC and your host tonight. On behalf of everyone here who's with us, from the CMA staff, from Qtego, from Joe and Cam, who have handled all the AV and technology that goes behind this, to my friend James, who has been running all around this facility, hanging out with all the animals throughout the night. James, thank you for joining us as well. My name is Jason Alpert. Thank you for supporting CMA. I'm going to turn it over to Kelly Jordan, the Chief Development Officer, to wrap up our evening. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you, Jason, and thank you to everyone at home for spending the evening with us. All of our sponsors and donors, we could not do what we do without you. To our host, James Tully, you're truly a member of the CMA family. Denise and Lauren, you make everyone on the committee look so good. Frank Dame, we appreciate all you do to captain this ship. We have an incredible team that made tonight possible. Keenan, Randy, Carissa, and Brian. And last but certainly not least, our incredible tech team, Joe Malo and Camillo. This is Joe. Joe's been chasing us all around this fabulous new facility this evening. I really enjoyed tonight, and I hope you have too. Good night, and see you next year.